I am going to tell you about my favorite day at the dog park. Let's set some context. I used to take Zul to the dog park every single day after work, and it was always around the same time, so there were park regulars, people I'd see every single time I went. And there was one older gentleman, we'll call him Doug, and he had a golden retriever named Cooper. And Doug never trained Cooper. He had shit recall. Every time Doug wanted to leave the park, it was 10 minutes of chasing Cooper around. He would play tag with Cooper every day, and Cooper kicked his ass. It was frustrating to watch. It was frustrating to see Doug leaving the park talking shit about Cooper when the rest of us were like, just, dude, train your fucking dog. One day, Doug had been at it for 10 minutes. He had been chasing Cooper around the park for 10 minutes. It was time for us to go, so I started to say my goodbyes, gather my stuff so I can get Zul to go, when all of a sudden I see 5 of the other park regulars, men aged between 30 to 60, all head to the back of the park to help Doug out. So I sat back down. What ensued next was 33 minutes. 33 minutes of 6 grown men chasing one 95-pound golden retriever around a dog park. And Cooper was having the time of his fucking life. So at first, when people would show up to the park, we started to fill them in on what was happening because we were all fully engaged in this. At first, for the first 10, 12 minutes, it was like every man for themselves. They were all working independently, and then this was not Cooper's first fucking rodeo. So they all started to work in teams. It was like every chase scene from every episode of Scooby-Doo. At one point, the youngest by a couple of decades of the guys, also of course the most spry, was creeping up on Cooper from behind, low and slow, while someone else was in front of Cooper trying to distract him. And then the guy from behind pounced and tried to get him, but he didn't. Cooper was like fucking missed. It's like Kaiser Sose, he was gone. After 33 minutes, they all kind of converged upon him and cornered him, and they were able to clip his leash on. And at that moment, everybody else in the park just exploded in thunderous applause. We didn't see them again for about 6 weeks, and in that time, Doug finally took Cooper to training, so it wasn't much fun after that, but that day was a gift.